Hey, today I'm going to talk about how to get your motors resourced correctly on the first try. So this morning, while everyone was asleep, I rebuilt this Pink Plus. I pulled the Helio out and I put in a Motec F722. It actually ended up going really great. I thought it was going to be tricky to solder on the edges of the board, but it ended up going real easily, and I did this swap faster than I thought I was going to. But what I'm going to talk about is how to resource your motors when you do a flight controller change or make a new build and not have to guess and check all day. So the first thing that you do is you get a sheet of paper. I happen to have the sticker because that's where I bought the flight controller from, so it was sitting on my desk. And on that sheet of paper, you write down motor sliders 1, 2, 3, and 4. This would focus. I'd be way happier. All right, so you go to the motors tab, and you spin motor number 1. Take your props off before you spin motor number 1. Props are on this thing, but that's because I've already flight tested it. When I was doing this, I definitely had the props off because this will go bonkers if you screw it up. Or even if you don't screw it up. Alright, the slider number 1 controlled motor number 3. That's what the second column is. It's which motor actually spins, and you have a nice little cartoon in Betaflight to tell you that. Slider number 2 actually spun motor number 1, and slider number 3 spun motor number 2. Slider number 4 is actually correct here, so we'll ignore it. So once you've gotten these two columns written, you go to the resource CLI. So you go to CLI, you type in resource, and you go look at what the motors say. So motor number 3 said B04, and motor number 1 said B05, and motor number 2 said B00. What I'm going to do now is just connect the slider that I used to the motor I want it to control and resource that pin. So I type in resource motor number 1, B05, resource motor number 2, B00, resource motor number 3, B04. Once I've done all that, you save it, and you leave, and you retest, and everything should work out great. Assuming it does, put your props back on, test fly the quad, you have a great day. So that's what works for me. If it doesn't work for you, that's alright. You can always just guess and check, or do what does work for you. But this is what worked for me. Thanks a lot. See you guys soon.